Most people assume a man becomes invisible only when he chooses to hide. But some of us don't hide, we are simply never looked at long enough to be seen. That was me, asterisk asterisk, ravi des, muck asterisk asterisk, a widowed father, a quiet clerk in a community office, a man with a thinning hairline and a wardrobe made of memories rather than trends. To anyone passing by, I was just another middle-aged man fading into the noise of daily life. And honestly, I didn't mind. After my wife, asterisk asterisk, Annika asterisk asterisk, died, my world shrank to the size of my son, asterisk asterisk, Arev's asterisk asterisk, heartbeat. I kept life simple because I didn't want anything money, ambition, attention to distract me from raising him. I avoided crowds, climbed no ladders, and never boasted of the man I once was. That man had died with Annika. What remained was quiet, ordinary, invisible, or so I thought. Nana changed everything. Hash hash asterisk asterisk, the first impression asterisk asterisk, the first time Nana entered our house. She didn't step in. She asterisk asterisk, glided asterisk asterisk. Everything about her announced a kind of polished superiority, the perfectly blowed, dyed hair, the diamond-studded clutch, the faint scent of imported perfume that didn't mix with our home's warm aroma of turmeric and sandalwood. Her gaze swept across the living room the way an art critic judges a street painting, disguising judgment behind a polite smile. "This is cozy," she said. The pause before the word asterisk cozy asterisk was sharper than any insult. Arev caught my eye and smiled apologetically. "Dad made tea," he said, trying to cut the tension. "Oh," Nana chirped, "that's cute. I mean, my dad never makes tea." She kept looking around, examining things the way a child in a museum examines artifacts she cannot relate to. My late wife's curtains, the chipped wooden showcase, my old rocking chair, everything became a target for silent scrutiny. I wasn't offended, I was amused. Young people these days, obsessed with brands and perfect aesthetics, often mistook simplicity for poverty. Hash hash asterisk asterisk, her laughter asterisk asterisk. As months passed, I noticed her laugh, not the carefree, joyful kind. No, Nana had the kind of laugh that was shaped like a blade. It sliced quickly, smoothly, softly, so softly that one might not even feel the cut until the bleeding started. She laughed at my old phone. She laughed at my handwritten grocery lists. She laughed at the way I folded my shirts. She laughed at the plastic jar I reused for storing rice. She laughed at the fact that I still listened to Kishore Kumar cassettes. And she always laughed in front of her friends, never alone. Every giggle was a performance, but each time I said nothing. Not because I lacked courage, but because Arev loved her. And for a father who raised his child alone, that love mattered more than pride. Hash hash asterisk asterisk, the day everything boiled over asterisk asterisk, the day her family came to discuss engagement arrangements. I wore a simple gray kurta. It was thin, faded, practically translucent at the elbows. But it was the kurta Annika bought me for my first birthday, after Arav was born. To me it was priceless, to Nana it was embarrassing. "Oh my God," she whispered loudly, "he's seriously wearing this. Arav, why didn't you tell him?" "Nana," Arav said sternly, "please." Her mother, asterisk asterisk, Mrs. Kapoor asterisk asterisk, tried to control her daughter with a disapproving glance, but failed. She looked at me with the kind of polite pity that wealthy people think is kindness. We sat at the dining table to discuss the wedding. Mrs. Kapoor suggested a grand ballroom. Nana wanted a luxury venue with chandeliers taller than humans. Her father demanded a guest list longer than my entire neighborhood. I cleared my throat gently. "If we keep the engagement small," I said, "it will feel more intimate these days." Before I could finish, Nana slapped her palm on the table. "Why do you always try to interfere?" she snapped. The room froze. "You don't understand these things," she continued, words sharp and careless. "Please don't try to give high society advice. You're just," she scoffed. You're just a asterisk asterisk nobody asterisk asterisk uncle, literally a nobody. The silence after that was deafening. Arav shot up from his chair. Nana, that's enough. But she wasn't done. Look, I'm not trying to be rude, she said, which always means someone is absolutely trying to be rude. But he doesn't know our world. Let's just let him do whatever he does, paperwork or something. My breath felt heavier than usual. Not because of the insult. I had been called worse in my lifetime, but because I suddenly remembered Annika telling me once, "Promise me, no matter what, you won't let anyone make you feel small again." But I had broken that promise for the sake of peace, for my son's happiness. If Annika had been alive, she would have spoken up. She would have protected me without hesitation. I walked into the kitchen silently, pretending to fill a glass of water. But, really, I just needed to breathe. Through the doorway, I heard Nana laughing. The kind of arrogant, victorious laugh that dripped with the belief that she had asterisk, put me in my place asterisk. A nobody, a nothing, a shadow, if only she knew the truth buried beneath my silence, if only she knew who I once was, and who I had chosen not to be anymore. But she would know, soon enough, not because I wanted revenge, but because fate has a strange way of peeling off people's masks when the time is right. Night makes every home quieter, but some nights carry a silence that feels like judgment. That night, after Nana called me a nobody, the silence in my house felt heavier than anything I had ever endured. Arav kept pacing outside my room, wanting to talk but unsure how to begin. I heard him sigh, sit on the sofa, stand again, pace again. I knew he felt torn between the woman he wanted to marry and the father who had raised him alone. I didn't want to add to his conflict. So I stayed in my room, staring at the only photograph I kept of Annika on my bedside table. Her smiling, holding baby Arav, sunlight hitting her hair like a blessing. "I'm okay," I whispered to her, but even in the photograph she didn't look convinced. Asterisk Mrs. Kapoor's suspicion the next morning. I forced myself to act normal. I made tea, ironed my shirt, prepared for work. But my body felt slow, as if each movement dragged a weight behind it. At 11 a.m., while the younger ones were busy discussing wedding color palettes, Mrs. Kapoor stepped aside to take a phone call in the living room. I wasn't eavesdropping, her voice simply echoed in the small house. Yes, my daughter is marrying a boy named Aravdo." She paused. "Desmak, yes." Another pause. No, his father is nothing special. Just some office clerk, I think." I almost smiled. Nothing special. If only she knew. But then her voice changed sharper, more alert. "What? Sorry, say that again. Ravi Desmak. The Ravi Desmak. Are you sure?" My heart stilled. Her friend said something else, something that made Mrs. Kapoor gasp. CEO, another gasp. Forbes list. A long silence. "What do you mean, ghost genius?" Her voice trembled slightly. I stood frozen in the hallway, not because I was afraid of the truth coming out, but because I had spent years avoiding this exact moment. After a few minutes, she hung up. I could hear her breathing unevenly. Then came the inevitable, the sound of a phone being unlocked, the rapid tapping as she typed my name into Google, and then a soft, shocked whisper, "Oh my God!" The past she found I didn't need to see her screen to know what she found. The past I had buried under years of simplicity was now blinking on her phone in bold headlines. Tech visionary Ravi Desmak announces resignation after wife's death. Man behind cyber shield security system vanishes from the corporate world. The silent genius. How one man's innovations changed global data safety. The philanthropist who donated millions without revealing hidden identity. interviews, award ceremonies, panel discussions, photographs from conferences, me in suits worth more than my current monthly salary. Videos where I talked to thousands of people, my voice steady, confident, authoritative. The man she mocked, the man her daughter humiliated, had once been someone newspapers idolized. Mrs. Kapoor's steps approached the hallway slowly, as if she feared facing the ghost she had awakened. "Mr. Desmak," she said, breathless. "Yes," I answered gently, her lips parted, but no words came out. Instead she blurted, Why didn't you say anything?" I offered a small smile. "You never asked." The sudden kindness that evening, the Kapoors returned, with sweets, fake apologies, and a sudden, overwhelming politeness. "Mr. Desmak," Mrs. Kapoor said, "please forgive any misunderstandings from yesterday." Naina, who had been confidently tossing insults like confetti just 24 hours ago, now stood with folded hands. "Uncle, I didn't mean anything," she said, her voice unusually soft. "I was stressed. I didn't know." Didn't know what? That I was worth respecting. That my simple Kurta hid a man she could benefit from. I had spent years avoiding this exact kind of change, from mockery to manipulation. I served them tea anyway, because respect comes from who I am, not from who they pretend to be. The entire time, they spoke with excessive sweetness, as if their words could erase the truth of who they were. But once they left, the silence in my home shifted. This time, it was not heavy. It was revealing. Like the universe had finally turned a page. #**** Arev learns the truth **** later that night. I found Arev waiting for me at the dining table, his expression anxious. "Dad," he said quietly, "can we talk?" I sat across from him. "Mom knew, didn't she?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. "She knew who you were," I nodded. "Why didn't you tell me?" "I wanted you to live your own life," I said. "Not walk in my shadow. But you're not just anyone. I raised a hand gently. "I'm your father. That's all that matters." He leaned back, overwhelmed. "I feel stupid. I never even Googled you." "You never needed to," I said softly. "You saw me for who I was, not for who the world thought I should be." He swallowed hard, eyes glistening. "Dad, Naina shouldn't have said what she did. I placed my hand on his. She didn't know, and honestly, it doesn't matter. But even as I said it, I knew it did matter. Because a person's character is revealed most clearly in how they treat someone they think is beneath them. And Naina had revealed everything. ###. The truth was only the beginning **** in the weeks that followed. The Kapoors treated me like royalty. They invited me to every planning discussion. They asked for my valuable input. They complimented my clothes, my house, my cooking. They acted as if I had performed some miracle simply by existing. But something inside me had shifted too. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about status. It was about decency. I saw clearly now what I had previously ignored. Naina didn't respect my son. She didn't value kindness. She valued status, appearances, benefits, And unfortunately for her, Google had just revealed that I was a man with many benefits. She changed overnight, smiling too widely, complimenting too quickly, apologizing too dramatically. Every gesture of kindness she gave me felt like dripping honey on a blade. And while she played the role of the doting future daughter-in-law, she didn't realize that I was quietly watching everything. My silence, once mistaken for weakness, was now a mirror, and in that mirror, every flaw in her character was beginning to show. She didn't know the storm that was approaching, a storm made not of rage but of truth, and truth, once released, cannot be controlled. Change rarely arrives with thunder. Sometimes it slips in quietly, through soft smiles, sugar-coated sentences, and gestures so sweet they sting. And that is exactly how the Kapoor family changed. After Google shattered their illusions about me, their behavior transformed so dramatically that even Arav couldn't ignore it. Where they once offered cold politeness, they now offered warm reverence. Where they once dismissed my words, they now clung to them. Where they once laughed at my simplicity, they now praised it as minimalist elegance. But the truth, they didn't respect me. They only respected what they thought they could gain from me and that realization sat heavy in my chest like a stone. *** syrups. Wheat Smiles ** 3 days after their sudden discovery, the Kapoors hosted a family dinner, an attempt, I suppose, to demonstrate their newfound devotion. I attended only because Arav asked me to. Mrs. Kapoor greeted me at the door with a smile so wide it looked painful. "Oh, *** Mr. Desmuck, *** what an honor to have you here. Please, please come. Honor, a week ago she had barely acknowledged me." Uncle Anana chirped, stepping forward with clasped hands. "You look so handsome today." I looked down at myself. Same old clothes, same old shoes. Nothing had changed, except the way she saw me. I gave her a polite nod. "Thank you," but her smile didn't reach her eyes. It trembled as if trying too hard. ****, the performance begins ***, dinner was uncomfortable. Every conversation was orchestrated. Mrs. Kapoor asked about my health every 5 minutes. Mr. Kapoor asked for financial advice he didn't understand. Naina kept placing food on my plate so much that I finally had to say gently, "Naina, dear, I can serve myself." She froze. The old Naina would have snapped back. The new Naina simply giggled, of course. "Sorry, uncle. I was just excited." Excited. That word tasted strange coming from her. After dinner, they insisted on showing me the engagement venue options. They flipped through glossy photos like salespeople pitching a client. "What do you think, Mr. Desmuck?" Mr. Kapoor asked eagerly. "Your opinion matters the most." And that was the moment, the exact moment I understood the truth with absolute clarity. Their sudden respect wasn't admiration, it wasn't guilt, it wasn't love for my son or gratitude for my presence. It was ***, greed ***. They wanted connections, they wanted investments, they wanted the influence they believed came with my name. They didn't want **me*, just the idea of what I could give them. #**, Naina's transformation ***. In the weeks that followed, Naina reinvented herself with alarming speed. She began wearing simpler clothes, pretending to appreciate humble living. She suddenly started reading about philanthropy. She quoted motivational lines about kindness and contentment, but she could not hide her true nature for long. One evening, I returned home early and overheard her talking to a friend on the phone outside the house. "Girl, I swear I hit the jackpot. His dad is like insanely rich. No, he acts poor, but he's a whole billionaire vibe. After marriage, Arav won't need to work. We'll upgrade everything." Silence, a pause, and yes, we'll obviously renovate the whole house. I mean, it's cute but very middle class. I can't live in that vibe, yeah. My heart didn't break, it hardened. So much sweetness externally, so much venom internally, but I didn't confront her, not yet. Sometimes the quickest way to reveal a person's character is to let them keep speaking. #****, a private conversation with Arav ***. Arav noticed the shift too, slowly, painfully. One night, as I sat in the living room repairing an old radio, Arav sat next to me with a heavy sigh. "Dad, I think Naina's been acting strange," he said hesitantly. I glanced at him. "How so?" "She's overly nice to you," he murmured. "Like it feels fake. And she keeps talking about the kind of house we'll have, the car we'll buy. Dad, I've never cared about those things." I put down my screwdriver. "There's something I should tell you," I said softly, and I told him everything, not the glamorous parts. Not the wealth, not the titles or the fame. Just the truth of why I left my old life behind. How I once chased success so fiercely that I lost sight of simple joys. How your mother reminded me what mattered, how I promised her I'd raise you to be humble, compassionate, grounded, how walking away from the corporate world was the only way I could keep that promise. Arav's eyes filled with tears. "Dad, I'm proud of you," he whispered. "I don't care what you used to be. You're still the dad who made me parathas when Mom died, the dad who attended every school event, the dad who taught me kindness." His voice cracked. "You don't deserve people like Nana." I exhaled slowly. "I wanted you to realize that yourself." He nodded. And in that moment, I saw a man sitting beside me. Not a boy. A man capable of choosing truth over illusion. ##*. The opportunists reveal themselves ***, a week before the engagement. The truth of the Kapoor's intentions finally surfaced with all subtlety gone. Mrs. Kapoor invited me for tea, but the table was covered with business brochures. "Mr. Desmak," she began, her voice coated in honey, "we have a small, humble family company. Nothing compared to what you've built, of course, but with your guidance, or perhaps a partnership, it could really grow." There it was, the real reason behind their transformation. Then she added, without shame, "And we will always consider you our respected elder, our family's pillar, especially since Arav will inherit all your brilliance and resources. Resources. Not character, not values, not kindness, resources." I folded my hands politely. "I appreciate the offer," I said softly, "but I do not mix family with business, Mrs. Kapoor's smile faltered, just for a moment, just long enough for me to see the irritation beneath the sugar. Nana stepped in quickly. "Uncle, we just thought, since you're so knowledgeable—" "It's all right," I interrupted calmly. "I prefer simple living." Her jaw clenched, not visibly, but enough for me to notice. The mask was slipping. ##*, a decision in the quiet ***, after they left. The house felt peaceful again. I sat by the window, watching the streetlights flicker. And I realized something. People don't truly change when they learn you're important. Their masks do. Their tone of voice does. Their behavior does. Their intentions, however, remain exactly the same. The Kapoors didn't respect me. They simply feared losing what I represented. And Nana, she loved the life she imagined, not the man my son truly was. It was clear now, the engagement couldn't go forward. Not like this. But I wasn't going to destroy it with accusations or anger. I had a different plan, a quieter one, a cleaner one, a more honest one. The truth would speak for itself. It always does. And soon, very soon, the world would see the truth. Not about me, but about them. Because reality was about to turn in a way none of them expected. The engagement ceremony was a glittering affair. Crystal chandeliers hung like frozen waterfalls, reflecting the warm glow of hundreds of lights. Marble floors shone so brightly that you could see your own reflection, and perhaps the truth if you looked closely enough. Guests in designer attire whispered among themselves, adjusting ties, checking jewelry, ensuring every smile was photogenic. And in the middle of this orchestrated perfection sat the family who believed they had won. ***, the Kapoors. ***, confident. Smiling, certain, except the man they had mocked, dismissed, and ridiculed was about to speak. ##*, the arrival ***, I arrived quietly, in my usual gray kurta, carrying only myself and my dignity. Whispers immediately erupted. "Isn't that Ravi Desmak, the ex-CEO? Didn't he build that cybersecurity empire? He's here like in person, Mrs. Kapoor's hands trembled slightly as she smoothed the folds of her sari. Nana's smile, so carefully practiced, faltered for the first time. I took a seat in the back, observing. Not a single movement was wasted. Every glance, every whisper, every gesture from the Kapoors told me everything I needed to know. They feared losing control. Perfect. ##*, the first spark ***, the ceremony began. Speeches were made, the room filled with polite applause. Nana, thinking she had won, glanced at me. I nodded politely. Then came the moment that would shift everything. Her uncle, eager to impress, took the microphone to introduce the families. And now we welcome the father of the groom, a man of great humility and kindness, Mrs. Kapoor gasped, snatching the mic from him. No, no, we welcome the brilliant world, renowned Ravi Des Muck, a man whose achievements need no introduction. The room buzzed. Eyes widened, phones were raised, cameras clicked. Social media feeds were ready to explode, and then I stood. The revelation please. I said, voice calm but commanding. There is no need for introductions. Everyone here knows who I am, or perhaps thinks they do. A ripple of whispers ran through the hall. I looked directly at Naina. I heard a phrase yesterday, one I never thought I would hear from someone who claims to love my son. I paused. The silence thickened. You called me nobody You laughed at my life, my choices, my home, my very existence. You thought you were above me, that I did not matter, that I was nothing. Her face paled, but the truth is words are cheap, and people who live only for appearances reveal themselves when the light shines on them. I turned to the entire assembly, letting my gaze sweep across the room. I am nobody to the world, perhaps. I walked away from wealth, power, and fame. I left everything behind to raise a son who would grow up knowing love, compassion, and integrity. And that is what matters. Gasps echoed. I continued. But here in this room, I see the very people who judge others by status, wealth, and appearances. I see the daughter who mocked her future father-in-law. I see the family who pretended to value me. Once they discovered my name and past achievements. I pulled out a folder. Inside were screenshots, messages, and plans that Naina had written discussions of taking advantage of my wealth, redesigning my house, manipulating Arav for their gain. The room went completely silent. This, I said, holding the folder high, is what happens when you call someone a nobody without knowing them. The break Arav stepped forward. His voice shook, but his eyes were steady. Dad, she isn't the person I thought she was. He turned to Naina. I cannot marry someone who mocks my father, who plans my future as if it were hers to control, who thinks wealth defines a person's worth. Naina's mouth opened, but no words came out. She looked around desperately. Mrs. Kapoor's face had drained of color. Guests whispered, some even snapping photos, capturing every expression of humiliation. I'm sorry, Arav said, but this engagement is over. He removed the ring she had given him. Her sobs were loud but hollow. Her fake apologies, rehearsed for weeks, crumbled in front of truth. The aftermath the Kapoors left in silence, their carefully constructed social facade shattered. Naina learned, in the cruelest but most honest way, that arrogance and greed are no shields against reality. Friends approached Arav, offering quiet support. Guests whispered about the legendary man who had walked quietly through the ceremony, only to reveal the ultimate truth with grace and dignity. And as we stepped outside into the crisp night air, Arav put his arm around me. You handled it perfectly, he said, eyes shining with pride. Better than I could have imagined. I smiled, letting the night settle over us. Revenge doesn't need to be loud, I said softly. Sometimes the sweetest revenge is letting truth speak. He nodded, and sometimes, he added, truth is louder than any insult. I looked up at the stars, feeling something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. Not just because the engagement ended, not just because the Kapoor schemes were revealed, but because my son and I walked away stronger, closer, and unshaken. We were free. We were whole. We were nobody to the world, but everything to each other. And that, I realized, was more than enough.